Hello, my name is Phil and welcome back to another episode of Vermont's 100 Covered Bridges. Today we're at the Cilley Bridge, which is in Tunbridge. The bridge takes its name from the Cilley family who lived nearby. It has also been known as the Lower Bridge because it's lower down the stream than the Mill Bridge, even though there's still one more bridge further downstream to go to. No sign on this side of the bridge. One other feature though is again we have a skew. There's a 7-degree skew here. I mean, you may not be able to see it, but I certainly can. And that's interesting because all three of the bridges that Arthur Adams built had a skew. Now the other two were on bends, but this one wasn't. But it makes you wonder whether he didn't really know what he was doing but got away with it, or actually he knew exactly what he was doing and made these bridges fine. But yeah, a skew when it doesn't need a skew, that is unusual. And this was the third of the 6 bridges on the first branch of the White River, built by Arthur Adams, as he did the Moxley and the Larkin and the Cilley Bridge. So what else do we know about this bridge? Well, not much. It's one of these bridges that really hasn't, according to all records, had much repaired to it. And that goes to show, you know, if you build it properly in the first place and you don't get drivers who shouldn't be on here, and, you know, it doesn't get damaged by floods, that these structures can last as long as they do. So there's not really too much to bring from this bridge, which is a shame because it's 1883, so it's got, you know, 150 or so years of standing here, but not really an amazing story to tell. But that doesn't mean to say it's any the less for it. There's a great window here. Same with the mill covered bridge upstream. Nice little window giving you a downstream view, but we don't get it on the other side, which is a shame. Slightly wider, but at least again they've got these curbs in place, which A, protects the bridge, and B, allows people to walk safely on the bridge should vehicles come along, which I don't imagine too many do in this structure. Yeah. It is good to be, like I say, there's no history. I can't tell you about how it sailed off its abutments down the river and was rebuilt, or anything else exciting like we do at other bridges, but they don't all have to be having a fantastic story to make them a fantastic bridge. Once again, the vandals from the Vermont Covered Bridge Society have been sticking their logos on top of the bridge. If you do come to these bridges, I say, be interested to see if it still works on your camera. I haven't got time to do that today. I've not got a lot of charge left on this phone, and I've got one more bridge to film at, and I've got to go underneath. So let's go and do that right now. I tried on the other three sides, and this sort of looks like a kind of path going down, so wish me luck. I'm going to turn it off because I think I'm going to end up on my backside. Yeah, a great little path all the way to the bottom, and I didn't slip. So there's the bridge. Let's get in and explore. It's interesting because it's probably a mile upstream where that dam is. The sheer force and the speed of this river going through the dam compared to what it is now, you just wouldn't think that that was a mile away. Okay, let's go and get a bit nearer. Very shallow here, just above ankle deep, and then I see a big pool ahead, so I'm going to go over to this bank where it's not so bad. I know, it's almost like there's a light on in there, the sun going through. Amazing. And now there's almost like a green, well, it looks green, an emerald colour going under the bridge. There's not a rock in sight the whole way that I got in that I can see upstream, not one rock. Again, this would be fantastic if I was 40 years younger. If I was 40 years younger, I'd be dipping in there right now. So let's go and take a look. Oh, I nearly did. I nearly did. Let's go and take a look at what we got here under the bridge. So straight away, we just got a concrete abutment. So although I said, you know, the bridge had very little done to it, clearly it has done at some stage with the abutment. Although this one, although being capped, remains with its stone abutments holding it all up. I mean, it does look new. I'll have to check it out. I mean, I couldn't find any reference to being done, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. It does look a little bit modern. Let's go and take a look from upstream. The upstream view. Can't believe how quiet it is compared to having to shout over the dam so I could hear myself here. It's almost sort of whisper. And I'm just looking at them rocks there and thinking that's a nice way up. It is a lot easier to get up these things and get down. That's assuming you want to get down the way you intend to and not letting nature take its force. But yeah, the Cilley Bridge. In all its glory, from upstream on the first branch of the White River. I thought I'd go back out the way I came in. I don't know, it just seemed a bit more sensible and not silly, which is a good pun on the Cilley Bridge. So once again, thanks for joining me on this episode. Hope you enjoyed that one. And this was the 5th of the 6 bridges on the first branch of the White River. So one more to go, which is again 2 miles. They're all like 2 miles apart. It's a fantastic day out if you want to come and take them all in. And yeah, thanks again to Vermont's Covered Bridge Society. tremendous help and support, as I keep saying, and as I always will keep saying. That's it for me. I'll see you next week down the road in another video. Thanks.